20 soda recipes. Whoa. Well, I guess I'll take this key. So I can't go any further that way. We're in quite the pickle here. But before I go back in, I want to see what's over here. If anything. Oh, another quarter. Well, let's see if we're 75 cents away from opening any other vending machines. That's $2.50. Oh, hey, another quarter. Nice. We open this one. So we actually have a whole dollar we can use. I think there's one more in the basement. Dot, dot, dot. So that key unlocks this room. Was there anything else besides the quarter? Doesn't look like it. So we figure out the mystery of the key. Let's see if there was... if we can open up the vending machine in the basement. I think there is one in the basement. Please don't look at me, sir. I'm figuring it out, okay? Don't look at me. Don't at me, Lazarus. $3.25. I think that was... yeah, I think that's all it is for here. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. So I guess we'll just pump those quarters into the one machine here. Head out through the front door and walk over to my cabin. If I can do it with a wheelchair, then surely you can manage. I was just talking. I was just having a nice chat with you, sir. Okay. So we got a battery puzzle to figure out here. Let's cut over to there. And we're back. Okay. Let me think this through. So maybe necessarily I don't have to put that there. I can just put that... aha! Well, that was easy to figure out. Oh! Uh-oh. What the f... oh, jeez. The hex. Is that Daniel? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Walk. Magnum opus. Wow. So, was this guy supposed to be like the...
right.
Oh.
This is Lionel Snell. If you're hearing this, it's because you turned on the developer commentary for my latest game, my magnum opus really, called Walk.
Okay. So maybe it's not necessarily a first-person shooter, but a walking simulator?
The scene you're looking at is the model of my childhood bedroom. This right here is where Super Weasel Kid was conceived. Take it in.
Okay.
That weasel was my favorite pet. I called him... yeah, you guessed it. Weasel Kid.
That looks like the Daniel Mullins logo, ready to punch out a Steambot. Video game bed.
And that's Mr. Shrewd. The two always made little squeaks and chirps at each other. I like to imagine they were talking. Shrewd would be this wise parental figure giving advice to Weasel Kid.
Okay. Underwear, socks.
One of my favorite games at that age was Cooking Granny. I thought Chef Bryce was the coolest. You know how that turned out.
Yeah, he's now in a inn baking pies for everybody.
My original plan for Walk was to have it be an almost non-interactive experience. Just allow the player to explore and contemplate.
Okay.
I did some market research though, and well, that kind of game was falling out of vogue. Not much money in it. So
Okay.
I jammed in some real gameplay. I thought that since this is about my life as a developer, why not show the player what it's like to make a game?
Oh, I'd rather
I
not.
mean, this is like a way dumbed down version of the stuff I do, but to the average gamer it's a challenge.
Yeah, I would imagine. I'm not. It's so sensitive, too.
I remember when I first got the jumping code right and hooked it up to a keyboard button. Oh, that dopamine rush electrified my childhood brain.
The Super Weasel Kid drooling. He's got more teeth. Uh-oh. Hey there. I'm the GameWorks assistant, but you can call me Irving. Looks like you need a little help adding enemies to your game. I've got you covered, pal.
Irving came as part of the GameWorks package.
Oh no.
I was a little hesitant about using an AI at first, but he became really helpful. It didn't take long to realize how much I depended on Irving. He assured me that it was easy for him to come up with enemies and non-player characters for me, so I let him do his job.
Oh wait, whoops. Uh-oh. Okay. I don't understand. Oh, I see. And then I hook it up to here. Ah, okay. I see.
Irving told me we couldn't get the original Super Weasel Kid for Walk. Something about losing the files. Kind of a shame, I guess.
Okay. Nope. Need to move this way. Okay. I like how Irving is talking to you. And like it's supposed to be like what would you call it? Like a clippy version, but for video game development. But somehow he has his own personality and whatnot. Great. I think he's drilling a little bit. Oh, I see. So now I need to program this to move over here. Easy to the peasy, lemon squeezy.
The success of Super Weasel Kid paralyzed me.
Wow.
I tried starting a few different games, but I kept comparing them to my big hit. What would people think if I put out something that was worse? That I had just gotten lucky the first time? That I'm a one-trick pony? Eventually I settled on making a sequel. Super Weasel Kid, Radical Road. Mr. Shrewd was getting older, both in Radical Road and real life. The older I got, though, the less I really cared.
Oh no. You should always care about your animals. Lionel, you monster.
I tried to learn guitar, but I couldn't motivate myself to practice. There was something about the immediacy of game development that I couldn't get out of that thing.
Poor Mr. Shrewd.
I'd been playing a lot of fighting games at that age. Always loved those. I wanted to make one, but I wasn't quite as talented as I would become. So that's why I just had to add combat to Radical Road.
Okay. You'll want to punch. And you'll want to take a hit. Okay.
I thought it was just exhilarating to beat the shit out of that Grunda.
Whoa.
The critics really came down on me for that part. It left me feeling like I had no idea what people wanted.
It's okay, Lionel. Nobody knows what they want.
With mixed reviews, and it made me panic. I resolved to put away Super Weasel Kid forever and try something new.
Ooh, fancy new computer.
My Shrew died.
No, Mr. Shrewd.
Mr. Shrewd was long dead at this point. Shrews just don't live that long. Weasel Kid actually escaped, if you can believe it. I took him outside one time, and he slipped out of my hands and ran into my neighbor's rose garden. I searched for hours, but the garden was pretty big, and the thorns were painful.
Oh no, he lost his buddies. Oh, Lionel, why'd you do it?
I get emails once in a while, people asking to make deals, wanting to capitalize on my IP. It had been a couple of years now since Radical Road, and one day I just said, fuck it, fine. I sold the franchise to the highest bidder.
Transfer of an intellectual property agreement. The transfer of intellectual property agreement is made between Game Funa Incorporated and Lionel Snill, in consideration of the mutual promises and covenants. Should I read all of this? Let me just seeing if there's anything worth clicking on here. Okay, blah, blah, blah.
When I saw what they did with Super Weasel Kid, I felt a little part of myself die.
Well, yeah.
But I was 18 years old and loaded. It was actually one of the best years of my life.